Great. Slightly intimidating talking after Ilse. I feel like we should start coding. Wonderful to be here. Kudos to Riga Tech Girls for everything they're doing, but also for getting together such an impressive panel. It's not that easy to get all these amazing business leaders in one room, yet alone in one discussion. Yes, today we're going to focus on the topic of how AI is affecting not only future of work, but present of the work by three different experiences in companies, Swisscom, Balcia, and Printful and Printify. And let's get straight into it, just to give points of reference. So according to Eurostat, AI adoption among companies have doubled in Latvia from something like 4.5 to 8.8, which is a good news, but it's still 2 times less than EU average, so we are behind. But your companies are those that actually implement it, so meaning it's amazing, and we can't wait to hear about your experience. So let's start, and the first intro question is about literally last 12 months. So in respect to implementing different automation and AI parts. So how has it affected your company, particular functions, jobs? Have you laid off already some people? Are you hiring any? So in very free form, last 12 months. So let's start with Printful, Printify.
Thank you. We have laid off people, but not because of the AI, but because we merged late last year. And if I think of AI itself, I guess we are now using it in all of the functions across the organization. And, for example, the last discussion we had in our strategic leadership team meeting was how many AI initiatives we should have per function per quarter. So I guess we're taking it quite seriously, and we haven't laid off people because of the AI. But what I see from my function is that the requirements for positions where people should have at least basic, but actually even more than basic understanding of AI is just growing.
Okay, and we'll talk about next year. So let's see. Yeah, thank you, Balcia.
Yes, for us, definitely pace of work has changed, and I would say dramatically. Even though as an insurance company, even before AI era, it was quite a speed, but now it's definitely, I would say, even double. So from our side, we focus on, I would say, on three focus areas in terms of AI innovation in our company. So it's through products, through processes, and of course through way of working. And I just maybe will give a couple of examples of how we do it. For example, Casco product. I guess everyone who has a car is familiar with that. Yes, before AI era. So basically, we calculated the Casco product price based on 50 different parameters. Now, with the help of AI, we can afford to take into account 800. So basically, that allows us to make a precise and personalized price for our customers. But I would say that even more important is this way of working and really promoting innovation culture within company. And that definitely has been one of focus areas for us in the last 12 months.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you for Swisscom. Of course, also it's similar that AI is not anymore the pilot project. This is our daily life. Here I would speak more from the software engineering perspective, and I think these last 12 months were indeed the critical ones when we finally were able to see some efficiency gains, where you can already measure the impact of the AI. Internally at Swisscom, we are not using only the publicly available tools as GitHub Copilot and so on, but we have also our own internal tools for that. We are trying to increase, of course, the adoption rate, trying to sell it for the engineers, but this is something that we are in the beginning phase, but already now, with even some part of engineers using AI on a daily basis, we can see how the efficiency is being gained.
And following up intro question, as for some biggest myths, let's say, we kind of shared already on the call. So last 12 months, what has been, I don't know, your biggest surprises or what are myths out there? What doesn't work as expected?
Concerning AI, I think the biggest myth I usually hear is that AI is going to replace jobs. I think what AI can do is smartly replace repetitive tasks and therefore change jobs. I think that's the biggest, at least, value I see in it. And also when you look at what exactly people think is that, oh, we'll be, not needed anymore, AI will take over all of our jobs and we will not be there. I think that's the biggest myth because in the reality, possibility to do things quicker, smarter, use more time to analyze things, be strategic, and be human is something that I hope will just rise.
So you're in the optimist camp.
Absolutely.
Let's discuss, the next follow-up question will be on that one, yes.
Yes, I'm optimist as well, and I would say I also do agree that AI most probably won't, let's say, take off jobs. And we can also see it from a history, right? When internet arrived, then also some jobs, yes, some positions was dismissed, but many else arise, so such as developers, digital marketers, data analysts, and so on. So I completely agree that that it will reshape of course, our ways of working, but we will still have some part in it as well.
I just wanted to rephrase what Parla was saying. I would say that actually people will lose their jobs if they would say still no to AI and will be maintaining those data entry things manually, then they will lose their job. So this is the key, that they need to use AI, and then less likely they would lose the job.
And that's the follow-up question, because Parla, the first statistics from US is not promising. So Gen Z, well, they have annoyed a shit out of everyone, but that's a different topic. But Gen Z is losing jobs. It's now a fact. Okay, not in all professions, like in healthcare work is going up. But when it comes to programmers, software developers, down. Customer service down. So entry position jobs are being cut.
Well, it's what you define entry level, right? Because I guess the old time entry level, you're right, those jobs are going to disappear. I think we are currently in a moment in life or in development where we need to redefine what entry job actually is. It might mean completely different type of skill set from the managers or people who are onboarding the entry level in the organization, but it doesn't mean that the entry-level jobs are dying. They're changing.
Okay. In Balcia, have you got any entry position jobs or planning to do so?
Yes, we have entry level, and still we will do have. And I just again want to give an example. So in Balcia, we are building insurance for next generation. So basically, our target audience is young people, Gen Z, Gen Alpha, yeah, and maybe an example from marketing team. So you cannot build marketing strategy without this Gen Z insight, without this Gen Z real practical insights. And so we onboarded quite many actually Gen Z people in our teams, just to bring the right product to the audience, and that will remain because you will need those practical insights also further on.
And in Swisscom?
Yep, I would also add to that for this diversity and perspective of the junior view, this is really important to have also the juniors in the future. And also at Swisscom, at least, we're always looking at the job pyramid. So we are not focusing only on the seniors. We were also looking for the pipeline for the future. So we are all the time maintaining that there's enough amount of junior joining us. We have the internship program every year, how we are maintaining that.
But to follow up, because I see many also young ladies and not only ladies. That was one of the last questions. But still, considering everything that happens, then what would you suggest to juniors sitting in the audience right now? I mean, I think there is a general confusion. You know, what exactly should I learn? What should I get a degree? Not important anymore. Tell me what to do.
Tell me what to do.
$1 million question. Yeah.
No, I think that is what probably will distinguish a good student or a good entry-level employee from average one. If you will sit and expect to be told what to do, that's probably a part of the history. What AI already is being used for in high schools and actually even in the colleges is to create new content. And what I think the new generation that now is kind of becoming AI native, what they are much better at doing is making sure that they can analyze that information and tell if it's right or wrong, right? And that is one certain skill that won't change. AI will not be able to tell if it is right or wrong. So that is something
critical thinking.
Critical thinking, exactly. Also the strategic view, even if you see something that is being generated, how does that kind of imply to the overall picture you're going to be responsible for? And the last thing, I kind of talked about it already, but I still think it's important. AI will never replace human relationships, never. And that is something that both entry-level positions, but also experienced people need to really think about. If they will be lousy at building relationships, at working cross-functionally, they will be replaced by AI.
It's funny because I heard a presentation by Coursera, and of course, AI courses are #1 sought after skill. The statistics is insane. So 3 years ago, it was 1 course per minute, then 8 courses per minute, and now it's already something like 13 or 14 per minute signups. What is interesting is that millennials and a slightly older generation is studying AI basics, but the young ones are interpersonal. They are catching up on social aspects massively, which is interesting, meaning they're also digitally, more savvy, I guess. Yeah, but that's an interesting point you're making. Laura, your suggestion to young generation?
Yes, so my suggestion is stay curious and hands-on. Of course, consume everything what you can take from AI, but really don't forget about those real-life skills like critical thinking, judgment, and creativity, which AI cannot replace.
Okay.
From my side, I would say in these changing times, the key is also the growth mindset. So you are not all the time just being accepting the status quo, but all the time looking forward, what you can change, how you can adapt, what would be the future requirements, and not be resistant to that, but more lead the change, not just stay there.
Got it. But then if we continue with skills in focus, practically, I understand you mentioned several skills, but then practically, meaning like, should I go to university, shouldn't I go? And it's a long debate, skills-based hiring and the rest. It's not a new thing, but it seems like AI have lowered the barrier to acquire expertise. Are you actually seeing a shift into this direction of, skills-based everything instead of, degrees and higher education?
In tech jobs, definitely. Okay. Meaning, and I don't even think it's enough anymore that you just pull in your CV, if you have any, probably LinkedIn, your programming languages. What I suggest you do is start displaying the products you have created.
Or projects,
practical
you
experience.
Have been
practically,
right.
Developed yourself, because that then actually can show to the companies you're applying to or pitching to what you can do.
Mm-hmm. Great.
Absolutely as well. So AI is changing that, and although also working before in fintech and now in insurtech, actually I could say that the education has never been the main factor. As we are looking into those, let's say, real skills, hands-on approach, portfolios, tangible outcomes. So I would say absolutely, this will mean more than just, some certificates or education.
But sorry, Marta, I just wanted kind of to jump in. I think we sometimes misconceive education with learning. And education, like an academic education, probably was more important some time ago, but now just also double-clicking on what you said, never stop learning, because the day you stop learning, you have an old skill set.
Yeah, I think also in Swisscom, the skills always prevails, actually, the university degrees. So honestly, I'm admiring those people who are still studying IT, and even the masters in IT, we have many of them. So
don't quote
applause
us.
to those people.
Don't quote us on this.
But indeed, in tech, it's definitely always the skills. And sometimes it's not even skills only. Sometimes only the soft skills are the ones that are prevailing. So maybe you are an amazing person, have very basic knowledge in programming, but still you're hired because we see the potential that you're eager to learn. So the mindset part is harder to train.
And to follow up on growth mind skill and lifelong learning, what exactly have you already, taught in respect to, meaning it depends from function, but still, meaning like in respect to AI, you say like, guys, it's spray and pray, you can choose whatever, good luck with you, or you kind of have design, it says like, in respect to AI, this function should by end of the year learn this, so just again, give us a glimpse on learning and development initiatives in respect to AI within.
Globally, we didn't set goals in Printful, Printify, but each function have set their own set of expectations from different jobs, what they expect people to learn. And one curiosity, that was actually one of the groups that got laid off also during the merger. We had a bunch of quality assurance specialists who were doing super manually the system check-ins and what programmers are writing. They were trying to kind of get mistakes out. And we suggested them to, we would even pay, just go learn how to use AI, because that job will probably become redundant. And instead of them saying like, we'll finally learn something new, they just lead back everyone and said, are we going to pay for that? And, that is the attitude that wasn't there. You won't probably be paid for learning AI, but you will get a cool job. So
you see a resistance internally.
There is a resistance, definitely, because people are afraid from what they don't know.
Yeah, got it.
So in our company, in Balcia Insurance, so actually a couple of months ago, we had this discussion, should we create some AI strategy for the company? And actually, we came up with the decision that actually it's not possible, because AI is changing so quickly. So basically, you just need to go by the flow and learn on the way. So that's one thing we discuss in our management team. But for the rest of the team, of course, we do, as I said, also in the beginning, are focusing on embracing innovation mindset. And some while ago, we developed, let's say, AI month training. So it was a like really hands-on training, 1 month long, every day, every work day. Our people got some let's say, training options to participate in. Now we actually have decided to go even further. So it will be actually AI months every year, every month.
Also Saturdays, yes. Sundays.
No, all year long. So basically, it will be AI year. And our approach will be, again, we plan to introduce those like super micro learning sessions, like 15 minutes per day. And of course, it's your choice if you use this 15 minutes for adapting something new, learning something new or not. And so this will be one of our test pilots. And when we discuss what should we prepare, like this annual plan for the training program? And of course, no, because, again, the trend is changing. So basically, our approach will be, so we will 2-3 weeks before launch, so we will start to put together the modules and the content.
That's great. Together with Anne and RBS, we are working on getting Day of AI in Latvia. We're very far from a month or a year, so fingers crossed we get that one next year. And Marta?
I can just add to that at Swisscom we are also looking more from the unit perspective, what could be the efficiency gains, how we could improve, where we could use the AI, but even with the simple tasks, if you're every day asking yourself the question with every single task, hey, maybe this can be done by AI, and this is already how you change your mindset, so even on a simple tasks, and this is just routine, and anyone can do it already on a daily basis, but yes, we are more looking from the functional maybe aspect, what we could improve with the AI, maybe some process can be done with the AI, but not that we have a clear strategy that we are cutting this department off because of the AI.
Let's discuss another big topic, which is meaning productivity gain. I'm sure you have heard the term of work slop. So I produce shit and pass it on for you to then try to go through it or use as well ChatGPT and get back to me with the same.
With
so
even better
passing,
answer,
yeah.
yes.
So a ping pong of ChatGPT. Have you created any guidelines? I'm sure there's also security questions and privacy questions, but still, have you created any guidelines into guys? Probably, okay, let's not do the work slop, or no. That's a question.
I don't think we have like specific written guidelines, but with the time you just learn to identify what is work slop and what is real work.
But have you noticed it?
Yeah, definitely, definitely. Especially juniors, they go like, oh my God, I can use Gemini instead of me spending a couple of days on this job, and you automatically see the result. And those folks usually get challenged the most, and they can't kind of anyhow back up with any data or any other arguments for what they have come up with.
So case by case, basically.
Yeah, I mean, and that has to be probably case by case, and that's the kind of the beauty of the human brain, that we can catch it. Yeah.
Work slop?
I can completely agree on the juniors, but that is something why we have introduced, that's not rocket science, about this code review. This is the moment, of course, then the senior one is reviewing the code, and this is the moment that you realize that actually this guy has actually created the code in GPT, has no understanding what he has created, where are the bugs, how to fix it. So zero understanding of that part. So this is a bit different. So the current senior engineers, so they had to actually go through the rough coding to you write till it's working, but now you're just prompting. It somehow is already, all the lines are there. You just put it in the production, and fingers crossed it goes.
Yeah, so same here. Also, of course, we have experienced those work loops, and but also even before AI era, it was also the same. So so basically, sometimes you said, "Oh, I better do it myself," reviewing some materials and things like that, and of course. Again, I would come back to this internal culture. This is a thing about quality, about learning from doing, about really doing quality stuff, not just quickly with the help of AI, and that's it.
Got it. Well, you kind of answered the next three questions, and I don't know if do we have time for questions from the audience? That was yes, but okay. Before we get there. Two last questions from my side, and then I'll open the floor. Meaning, there's a question about 2035. No one has the slightest idea that what would that look like. Let's take next 3 years. Roughly next 3 years. So, what would be the most visible everyday change in the workplace? What do you think because of AI? With all the things that are happening now, and we can in different order. I see Parla's thinking.
I think at that moment we won't have any discussions about if you are you using AI. I think that will be a daily life, and everyone will be already at the moment that you're basically forced to use the AI. And I think even in 3 years, which seems relatively not that far, but actually it will be far in terms of how AI is developing. It's even hard to imagine what level we will be getting actually already in 3 years. But that I think is the moment that we will be already mastering it at a way different level than it is now.
But still, meaning there's studies that are saying that teams will be smaller, structures will not be, in the form of triangle, but diamond rather. Meaning, do you see any other, meaning I don't know, forms, shapes of organizations, of work that you see already is coming and will be here in 3 years?
Already now, I see that some roles are being changed, but this, I wouldn't say it's not only from the AI perspective, but for instance, in our case, it's a Scrum Master role. It's becoming more the people coacher, and then this is something that actually how the roles are shifting from in the leadership area. This is on the people aspect, and relationship, performance, and everything, and this is a bit the shift that we already see now. Yeah.
Thank you. Laura?
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one, and I'm thinking that, of course, I don't think that it will be like super significant change. Although, of course, it will depend on every individual and the company. Speaking of Balcia, we are like. In our DNA, it's like to move fast, yes. And actually, with the help of AI, the speed is sometimes even a bit scary. So, from that perspective, I would say that that in regards of the speed, we would also need to think about in parallel about more about well-being activities and things like that.
The mental side of all
exactly
the speed.
To slow a bit down, because if you are ambitious and we are and the speed is in your DNA, it's actually can be also a tricky way, and also can give some practical example from Balcia already now. Our latest initiative, what we introduced was well-being months. Again, you know, okay, you work hard, you have this very high pace, but then again you have an opportunity to just lay down and yeah. So.
Good, thank you.
I'm going to tell you a story. A couple of years ago, my youngest son, I think he was back then probably 10 years old, we were talking about something like from some time ago, and he got so quiet, and then he just asked me, Mom, but when you were smaller, did trams were still dragged by horses? And why I'm telling this story is because when we will look back in 3 years' time to where we are today, with how we are organized, how much we use AI, that's going to be exactly the same feeling. So I have no idea what specifically will change, and I think that change will be dramatic. And the ones who are change ready and not afraid and flexible in their approaches, those will definitely be at the top of the game.
Great. And then the finishing question from me, to bring it down to earth and you know, kind of lead by example. So can you share what's been the last most useful AI-related skill or a course or, I don't know, a project, anything that you yourself actually learned and said like, damn, this is amazing?
Oh, yeah, I can start if you start from this direction. We regularly run employee engagement surveys in the organization. The last survey, we had 2,200 responses, something like that. Half of people had left comments, so we had more than 4,000 different comments. The platform that we are using is quite nice. It kind of already can guess the models that is then built. It can say, this is a positive comment, this is a negative comment, this is comment about communication, this is comment about the leadership. And what I just tried to run through all of the comments through the language model just to get more and much better insights. And because I had trained my Gemini, I was actually quite amazed for what I got out.
Great, thank you.
I could actually continue on this engagement surveys that internally in Swisscom, there's also this tool that there's not typically that everyone is getting the same questions, but based on your answer, the AI is figuring out the next question. So if you're feeling sad about, I don't know, your salary, then there's follow-up question about your salary. What exactly? So what kind of terms? So I think this is also a good example how you can use AI to analyze these kind of data.
I will still want to hear about what you learned in the last month or two. So I'll get back to you. Yes, Laura.
So my way is always learning by doing. So it's definitely my approach, and I proudly participate in all those activities what my company is offering, and whether it's and these are actually in a way, quite simple things, whether it's like polishing your prompt writing skills or designing some kind of, I don't know, visual, etc., etc. So this is definitely my approach.
So what we recently also introduced is my GPT for all the policies. So how to reduce the routine questions repetitive from the employees. This is actually amazing that we are able to do it. This is also using the Swisscom internal GPT. All the policies are there. You can already tweak it. So even if the agent is not aware of the answer, hey, please reach out to HRs about these kind of questions. But this is way better than it used to be. Yeah.
Great, thank you. How much time do we have? 15? Six? Sorry? Almost 15 minutes. Oh, great, okay. Yes, so I think that we have to use this wonderful opportunity. As I said, it's you never see such amazing business leaders in one room. So we're opening floor to your questions. Please, don't be Latvians, please.
Thank you. I have a question for Laura. In one of the first answers, you mentioned the three directions in which AI is introduced: product, process, and the way we work. And I know a lot of different size organizations who think of the second and third component as a single unit, so product and the rest. Maybe you could elaborate how are they different and how AI applications are different for these two.
Okay. Yes, thank you for the question. I will focus on the way of working. So what has changed is that we have actually introduced four new roles in our company. Starting with AI and innovation strategy lead. Then we have also innovation e-commerce lead, innovation claims lead, and innovation finance. So basically these are, let's say, the main important verticals for us we focus on. And those people, those teammates or colleagues of mine, they are constantly, let's say, seeking on different new AI solutions in their respective areas. So this is actually basically the way of working, how we impact it through those roles. Yes, and for this, I would say AI strategy lead, one very important component, and this person actually is the main, let's say, sparring partner also for HR teams, because this is the one with whom we create together those training models, and also AI year will be created together with this person. Also, next soon we will introduce a new initiative with this, which is AI champion network. So basically, those AI ambassadors will be able to meet in informal like environment to just to discuss what's trending and what's on their mind. So really, like, by focusing on those ways of working, of course, we also, let's say, introduce new initiatives, new innovations, new AI tools in products and processes as well.
Great.
Hi, ladies. Very great talk, a lot of interesting insight. I think we as women are trying to sustain our planet, right, and build it and keep it healthy and wealthy. In your AI strategies, do you consider the green AI technologies, and what part does it play? Do you actually pay attention to that? Thank you.
I'm probably too stupid to answer the question. What I can kind of relate to is part of my responsibility is the whole ESG area, or the sustainability area in the organization. And what we are looking for all the time, and this week is not the exception, are the solutions and AI-driven solutions, how we can spot the suppliers that are compliant and that are not reducing their effect on the planet. So that is easily spotted, and there are a couple of good solutions we are also now looking at. We have thousands of different suppliers, both for blanks, for the production, but also for the ready-made products. And that is how we feel we can contribute to saving the planet and having the future for our kids.
And of course, I'm sure you know that green AI is oxymoron, you know, so AI is profoundly ungreen. So,
Right.
so that's a different debate. But I agree, because we also work with some products, and then trying to make sure that everyone, you know, have the certificates, and all providers are as green as possible is the best you can do, you know. Scrape at night and use there's no so basic things, but it's profoundly not green energy use-wise.
And Swisscom case, I can just say it's not only about the AI, but mostly actually cloud is the one that is supporting this Swisscom footprint. So we are reducing the amount of servers used, the data centers that we are using the data in the cloud. So this is how we can maintain the greenness. Yeah, not so much with AI maybe.
Yes, I see my colleague there in the crowd, so Ilgvers most probably could answer better, but also, of course, moving to cloud services is one. And another, maybe not directly related to the green topic, but from sustainability aspect, is one what we do, and also currently is working on introducing is Gen Z index. With the aim to educate younger audience about insurance literacy. So this is a really huge project we are currently working. So surveys up and running across 4 countries, and soon results will be there, and of course an action plan how to improve this insurance literacy among younger audience.
Thank you. There's 2 questions here.
I can ask a question. Yeah, thank you for this discussion. Yeah, it was nice to hear all your opinions. What I've heard that you're quite optimistic about adapting to AI, so am I. But I just want to ask you about the risks, the main risks, what you see for yourself personally and for your organizations.
Marta, you want to start, and so that you also start?
I think we shortly touched one of the risks, which is the work slop. This is indeed something that we need to maintain, that the code is still up to the same quality, even though it's created by AI. And at some moment, I think we could rely on a code created by AI as well, but not at this moment. Yeah, but if we are then adopting to that, then I think it will be better. Yeah.
I think that the biggest risk is adapting to the speed. So whether we will be able to follow the speed what AI will bring. Yeah, so that's what I think.
Yeah, and on the top of it, I think it's also, you know, still finding the balance and not getting lazy, because and kind of not using your brain for things that actually develop your mind and make you a better person. So yeah, I think the risk I feel we might be running, and I'm also looking at my kids and at the Gen Zs at work, we have quite many of them, is lack of personal touch to things and kind of losing this humanity in the work and in the relationships. So that is what I see as the biggest risk.
Good afternoon, ladies. Thank you so much for this beautiful panel. A lot of insightful information. My question related to stress and anxiety from your employees who are thinking that they will be replaced by AI. Do your company have any programs, well-being programs, mindfulness programs to, first of all, to reduce the stress and maybe identify it?
Lauri already started, so give more details and then we will add on it.
So yes, anxiety actually is a big topic. I would say maybe not among our employees that much, but among our target audience, Gen Z. We have surveyed them, and this is definitely one let's say characteristics what we have noticed. I just, you know, all the time I'm giving those examples, but I have to give example again. And from our side, also from marketing strategy side, anxiety actually will be a topic on what we will focus a lot through our Gen Z index campaign. So as this is really something which is like topic which is very important for this audience. As for employees, of course, that's also an important topic. And as I said, especially it is critical with, in a companies where this fast pace, fast environment, dynamic environment is like a norm. And so do I. We are really a very fast growing company. So we have implemented different new initiatives. And latest one was well-being months. Again, 1 month busy with different kind of activities, starting with mindfulness practices, yogas, and etc. And actually, the best part from this one is that this was, let's say, proposed from our employee side. So actually, it was even not our idea, but also through the engagement survey. This is what employees actually required, and we acted quite quickly. So.
I can also continue because we also have this well-being month already, not the first year already, I think this was the third one. This is very much appreciated by the employees, and especially actually this year we were arranging a specific seminar for them about stress management. Additionally to that, we also have in our insurance, by the way, it's incorporated this psychotherapy, these sessions, and we still we see that people are actually using that. So this means that this is something that people are thinking about, and it is important for them to manage the stress level as much as possible. And additionally to that, I know that just recently, a couple of weeks ago, some of the employees were finalizing this medical first aiders course. So this is also a quite popular program in other companies, that there are educated people who are there in a company as with this badge, that this is the medical first aider that you can talk to, consult with. They are not like psychotherapists, but at least someone that you can talk to.
I would probably split that problem in two parts. One part is specifically people who are working remotely have a huge fear of missing out. And then what companies tend to do, they tend to do a lot of communication, weeks and months of different activities. And from my experience, they still come back and say it's too much, meaning I have my work to do, so meaning I would love to, but there is no time. What we are now trying, especially after the merger, when we also here in Latvia could move together quite a lot of people in our office on the 7th floor, beautiful view over the city. We have opened the gym. There is a gaming room for folks to stick around. There are 3 full-time massologists, or masseurs, or whatever you call them, where people can just, sign up and get their moment of relaxation. And that seems to be helping, because that physical ease helps them also to feel mentally better. So that's what we do.
Okay, and then the last question.
Yeah, my question is basically about incorporation of AI in another field. I'm in the world of finance, in corporate finance to be more specific, and recently banks started to incorporate AIs into their daily process by automating them. And my question is that as individuals who are familiar with AI in a deeper level, what AI can do in corporate finance beyond automation, like automation, something like that?
Do we have more finance people here? Anyone? Oh, there is. Can you help us?
The thing is that we're studying together. Oh, we are together, and that is the question that I've been actually wanted to ask as well, so I might not be of help this time.
Why did you raise your hand then?
Because I thought that you wanted to see how many people are interested in the question that she asked.
All right, I think we need to get some CFO here to help us out here.
I think the finance people, we can meet at the back and discuss it. It's a fairly specific question, but thank you for asking. We will not be able to.
Just meaning I'm not finance person at all, but I would automatically say data analytics is a huge area. Predictive analytics also is a huge area where AI can be applied quite easily and save a lot of time for people to be able to do something smarter than programming Excel spreadsheets.
No, great. I think that with that we are 1 minute over. I know there's a photo shoot in the plan. Yes, we should hurry. I think we don't know what exactly the future will bring, but it for sure will not be boring. So cheers to that. Thank you.